What's up, guys? Hotshotfrontier back at it again with another video. And in this video, guys, I'm going to be talking about cards that you should buy before Age of Overlord comes out. So, of course, we have this amazing set coming out very soon. I believe October 20th, and there's some really good cards in it, and support cards are actually coming out in this set. I'm going to start off with the first card. We have Sinful Spoils of Subversion, a card that you should get if you're going to be playing to play the deck. So you know that in Duelist Nexus, they released this one-off support, and it didn't really do anything. Of course, it's just more of a generic thing. But now that they announced the actual support for the kind of like spell card off, right? That now what's going to happen is that it's going to have a whole archetype, which is really nice. So I think it looks pretty good. The copies right now are about 10 bucks. And if you really want to go max rarity, you of course can go ahead and buy the quarter century rare. That's about 50-60 bucks right now. Now, when this first came out, it was about 100 bucks. I actually pulled one and I sold it, luckily enough. But I think this card will definitely go up, you know, as we see the deck kind of perform. If it performs, if not, then this might stay around the same price. But if you believe in the strategy, go ahead and pick it up. If you want to go high rarity, if not, go 30 bucks, pick up a playset of the Sticker Rare. Not bad. I mean, remember, don't buy all these cards. Buy the cards that you are going to play and you know you're going to play. Going on to the next one, we have Tliament, and you might be saying, whoa, come on. Why are Tliaments here? Okay, relax, okay. It's the reason is because Horus, a new support for Horus, not the older ones, are coming out in Age of Overlord. And it's a really good Floodgate deck. Combined with Tliament, it's pretty good. So you can play it without it, but if you decide to play it with tiers, I mean, you have to see that, you know, a lot of cards have been going up in price. The cash tier was about 25 bucks, so it's sort of lowering, it's dipping, you know, trying to wait to see more play and wins to go back up in price. But other than that, everything else is pretty cheap. Now, the only thing though is that the field spell has shot up back in price. You remember this card was like 80 bucks or even more when it came out, right? Because tier 0 format, but it quickly went down to 20 bucks and now it's shooting up again because of the popularity with the deck is coming back up. So something to note with that. Moving on, we have Brandon Illusionist, and you know, especially because of the new Illusionist support in Duelist Nexus, kind of really shot up the deck, and it's pretty good. I mean, Guardian Chimera, you might want to grab your copy now than later because yeah, this card's been going back up in price. I think like a week, maybe a week and a half ago, the ultra rare was about 22 bucks, but yeah, now everything is kind of shooting up in price, and they are getting a new support card in the new set, so that's something to note as well. Going on to the next one, we have There Can Only Be One. So this card you can actually play in Vanquish Soul and in Horus, and the reason I'm showing the collector's rare is because this card particularly has a bunch of printings. It has a common, I believe, rares and ultra rares, but this is the highest copy from Wild Survivors. So yes, this is pretty expensive, right? But hear me out. I think that, you know, think of something like the Rescue Ace Hydrant. That card was like 40 bucks a few weeks ago, and we were like, oh man, people were like, I should have bought it when it was 20. Oh, I don't want to spend 40 bucks on it. It shot up to like 80. So, I mean, you never know. I mean, this is a Floodgate. It's a pretty good Floodgate as well. I was playing Black Wings and someone just used this against me. That was not nice. You know who you are. But this is a very good card, and honestly, high rarity, not bad. This could go up even further up in price, but if you can get it for a good price, definitely go ahead and do so. Going on to the next one, we have, of course, Rika's. Now, I'll talk more about this in another video, but Rika's won YCS Dormant, and I think because people were really sleeping on Rika's, you know, like, oh man, what does this deck, you know, do, or just how does this deck operate? It's been a while. Well, they won a YCS, so you definitely should go ahead and brush up on your knowledge. But remember, this deck, when it first was like hyped up a few months ago, and like Jessica Robinson won, you know, I think around that time, the cards were going crazy. So I wouldn't even doubt that this deck can go back up in price. And given this next format, perfect time to do so. So grab your Rika cards if you're gonna be playing the deck. Next up, we have Labyrinth, and honestly, same thing. I mean, they're getting new support from this set, and I saw a video that was Turn 0 Eradicator Epidemic Virus. So Lab is that deck. Definitely this format. I wouldn't even doubt it. Grab your copies now. We have Big Welcome Labyrinth, the one card you want to watch out for because this card did not get a reprint. Everything else is pretty accessible, but kind of watch out for this card if you're going to be playing the deck. Now we have Vanadium, and Vanadium is, of course, getting new support as well. Now, Calamity did not get hit, so something to think about. Good reason to play this deck, in my opinion. I already have the cards. I can't wait to play this format. Going on to our next card, and that is Chaos Angel. This card has actually been going down in price recently, and I'm not too sure why, but this card is absolutely amazing, and I don't see it getting a reprint for a while. So you might want to grab 1 to 2 copies. I mean, at least 1 copy to have, but a lot of people have actually been running this at 2, which is crazy. Going on to the next one, we have Supreme King. So the Supreme King support is coming out in this set, and some things to really kind of watch out for are the Supreme King C Arc, these copies specifically, because of course I don't think it has any common copies. It does. Okay, so worst case, you could still play low rarity and still be able to play the deck, but I don't know how far it's going to go, but it's a fun deck to have, and max rarity looks really nice. Supreme King Dragon Darkworm is a card that the secret rare is going to go up in price for sure, but if you're worried about that, I mean, go ahead and grab your commons instead and you'll still be fine. Now going on to our next one, Vanquish Soul. So this deck is actually getting new support from the set, of course, and the person I was saying that used there can only be one against me, yeah, they were playing Vanquish Souls. So a little biased, but no, this deck is actually absolutely amazing. I can't wait to do another video about this. But I mean, if you're going to go ahead and play this deck, I would consider getting the cards now, because you know they've kind of been going up in price, especially, you know, certain copies too. You need everything, of course, to play the deck. So I think it will somewhat stabilize once people realize, like, with the new support, this deck will definitely shoot up in price. So you want to grab your copies now rather than later. Going on to the next one, we have Testinas. I always want to say Testinas. So the reason that I think you should pick this up is because it's getting new support, 1. 2, when Duelist Nexus came out and I made a meta tier list guide, yeah, a bunch of people were saying, because I put this at S tier, they were judging me. Listen, you're gonna see when it gets new support, you're gonna see this archetype is pretty good. All right, so I wouldn't count it out. Going on to the next one, we have Magicians of Bonds and Unity. So the reason, I mean, if you guys have been watching my videos, you guys know I've been telling you, if you're gonna collect the whole collection for this, you know, especially because it's getting 4 colors in the next core sets, it's getting its second one, and this one is gonna be the yellow variant. You want to grab this one now because it's the beginning color, it's the green color. If you wait till later, it's gonna go up in price. But that's something that if you want to buy, go ahead and buy. If not, don't even worry about this. Just skip this part. Next up, we have Watts. So they're also getting new support in this set. And I mean, a lot of things are really cheap with Watts, but you can go ahead and grab like an ultimate rare copy, you know, the ultra rare copies. But pretty much other than that, it's really cheap. Just kind of wanted you guys to know about it if you didn't really know about it. TG's also received new support in Age of Overlord. So if you want to go ahead and pick up the copies, pick them up now. I mean, the Hyper Librarian, it's hard to tell because I think if synchro decks do even better, this card will go like way up in price. I mean, we already saw a buyout, a semi buyout, probably like a month and a half ago. But in my opinion, I mean, this is somewhat still cheap ish. I mean, you never really know what's going to happen with the market, but it could go up more in price. It can go up to 25, 30 bucks. You never really know. But the ultimate rare copies, if you want to kind of max rarity out your deck, they're semi cheap. The Wonder Magician used to be like an $80 card when Hulk was around, but since that like got banned, it slowly just started dipping. So the only thing I can really say is Star Guardian. You might want to get that now because that does not have another reprint, I believe. Other than that, everything else seems to have somewhat of a reprint. Maybe not the Cyber Magician, but I mean, if you're a TG player, let me know down below. What do you guys think of the deck and the new support that's coming out? But guys, these are the cards that I think you should buy before Age of Overlord comes out. If you guys like the video, make sure you give it a huge like, comment down below your thoughts on the cards we picked. And guys, if you're not subscribed to the channel, what are you doing? Make sure to go ahead and hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so you're updated the moment I upload new videos. But guys, that's it for me. Hope you have a great rest of your day or night, and I'll catch you in the next video. Peace.